Now that we have some practice doing linear inequalities, now we're going to do systems of linear inequalities. So what is a system of linear inequalities? Well, it's just two or more linear inequalities. Two or more linear inequalities. And how do you find the solution? It is the overlapping shaded region. The overlapping shaded region. So what does that mean? Well, we know now how to graph a linear inequality, and so we're going to do that. I'm going to kind of expand this so you can see better. We'll do the odd ones together. So I'm going to graph this first inequality in green. Okay, so my beginning point is -1. My slope is -1, so I go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and so on, and then I reverse it. My line is, because it's greater than, it's going to be a dotted line. And here's my skier, and y is greater than, so I shade above my skier. So this you've done before. That's not new information. But now we have a system, so we're going to graph two lines on one graph. So now I'm going to graph this one in a different color. And you can do this in matte pencils. It's easier to do in matte pencils so you can see that overlapping shaded region. So my beginning point's -5. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. And my slope is +1. So I go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And it's less than, not equal to, so it's going to be dotted line. Here's my skier. And y is less than, so I shade below. So it's where these lines overlap, that's the solution. So it's all of these in here. It can't be on the line because that's dotted, but it can be any one of these. So I'm going to pull out a point. I'm going to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to use the point 8, 0. And 8, 0 should check out for both lines. So if I plug in an 8 for x, I get -8 minus 1 is -9. And so is 0 greater than -9? It is. So that first one checks out. If I plug in an 8 for x here, 8 minus 5 is 3. And y is my 0. Is 0 less than 3? It is. So it checks out. So a system, you have to use one test point, but you got to check it twice. Just like Santa Claus. All right, so that is the solution that I'm looking for, is that shaded region. Let's do number 3 together. So first step doesn't change. I still got to put it in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to subtract x on both sides, and I get -4y is less than or equal to -x plus 24. And I divide everything by -4. And I get y, because I'm dividing by a negative, flip my sign, greater than or equal to 1/4 x minus 6. So my beginning point's -6. My slope is up 1 over 4, up 1 over 4, and I'm going to reverse it down 1 over 4. Greater than or equal to means a solid line. Here's my skier. Y is greater than, so it's this big, huge region up here. All right? Now in red, I'm going to graph this one. So my beginning point's +1. My slope is 2, so I'm going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. It's a solid line because it's equal to, here's my skier, and y is less than, so I shade below. So my shaded region then, my overlapping shaded region, it's all of this. It's all of this in here. Okay, so that's where they come together. All right. Let's go down here to number 9. All right, let's look at number 9. Still going to put them into y equals mx plus b form, so I get -y is less than -3x plus 6. I'm dividing by a negative, so I'm flipping my sign, and everything changes. So when I graph it, here's -6, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1 for my slope. It's greater than, so it's going to be a dotted line, dashed line. And y is greater than, so there's my skier, so I shade above my skier. So that's the first one. In blue, I will do the second one. Subtract 3x on both sides. and I get negative y is greater than negative 3x minus 2. I divide by a negative, so I'm going to flip my sign, and I get y is less than 3x plus 2. So here's positive 2, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. It is a dotted line because it's less than. Here's my skier on the blue, and I shade above this line, so it's where they overlap. So this area right here is my solution. Okay, let's do number 11. Last one we'll do together. I'm going to put it in y equals mx plus b. So I have 4y is greater than or equal to negative 7x minus 32. Divide everything by 4, and I get y is greater than or equal to negative 7/4 x minus 8. So my beginning point's negative 8, so 3, 6, 7, 8. My slope is down 7 over 4. I can't go down 7 over 4, so I'm going to reverse that process and go up 7 over 4. Up 7, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 4. And it's equal to, so it's a solid line. Here's my skier. And y is greater than, so I shade above. That's that first line. The second line is here in blue, so I'm going to subtract x on both sides. I get negative y is less than negative x minus 3. And then I divide everything by negative, which means I flip my sign, and I get y is greater than x plus 3. So my beginning point is positive 3. My slope is up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Dotted line here, because it's not equality, it's not equal. And then here's my skier. Y is greater than, so I shade above. So my overlapping region is all of this in here. Okay? So it's just systems of inequalities, putting those two linear inequalities together, and the solution is that overlapping region. If you're struggling on that, come and see me.